Are you looking for something truly unique and kind of meditative? Then Gong might be for you. Hey, what's good guys? Hunter here and welcome back to Fragrance Hunter. Today we are reviewing a fragrance from a niche brand called Floraïku Paris. The newest fragrance from their collection is Gong. Now, this is my first experience with this brand, guys. I believe they are sister companies or sub-brands to Memo Paris, which you can kind of tell by the aesthetic. And I have seen these bottles around in the community, but never had the chance to try them out until now, and I am hyped, guys. I love experiencing new niche brands, new niche perfumery, etc., etc. It's always one of my favorite things to do is to dive into new houses. And Floraïku might be a new house that's great to dive into. I'm gonna have to check out some more from them. And if you also don't know, these are inspired by like Japanese culture. You can kind of tell by that cap right there, guys. A beautiful cap. We'll look at that presentation later because it's very unique. Now, I do want to shout out Floraïku for sending Gong over for a review. I'm still going to keep it honest with you guys. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. If I don't, I don't. It's literally as simple as that. Let's run down some information. So Gong was launched in 2025. Like I said, it is their newest creation as of now. For the retail price, on the only size these come in, which is the 50 ml, is going to run you $375. I know, guys, that is very hefty. I mean, it is a niche brand with niche perfumery, niche quality, etc. And it's probably because of the presentation, which I'll show you later, is kind of making it more expensive. The concentration with this is going to be an eau de parfum, so you are probably getting 20 to 25% oils in this one. The perfumer, which I had to dive into and kind of do some research, is Sophie Lab. She's the one that made Gong, and she's a well-known perfumer with a pretty solid resume. So let's go ahead and look at the packaging and presentation you get with Gong now. All right, take a look at this box, which is definitely inspired by Japanese culture, guys. I love the flowers on the back, and this is kind of in a bento style box. If you ever had like Japanese food, you know what I'm talking about. Floraïku Paris right there. You open it up like so. Beautiful kind of Japanese artwork going on right there. You pull this tab open, and your bottle is going to be housed in this cutout. It also comes with a 10 ml travel spray, so you pretty much get two bottles in one. You have the travel cap for the travel spray, and then you have the regular cap that you take off of the bottle, which I'll show you later. But guys, this box presentation is so unique and so awesome, especially if you love Japanese stuff. And then take a look at this bottle, which looks unlike any other bottle I've ever seen, guys. They definitely were thinking outside of the box because your main bottle with the 50 ml is going to be in this white bottle right there. On the bottom, you do have your sticker with your batch code as well to authenticate your product and see when it was produced. On the back, you have a little quote that says, "Smells in the air, floating thoughts Gong," which is very interesting. You have the logo up top, beautiful cap right here, guys, but the cap is also a travel spray kind of a carriage that you can put your bottle into, the 10 ml bottle, and then it came with that cap that's inside the box. This is so cool, guys. It has this kind of stitching on the back, very heavy metal, and I wish more brands would do this because I think this is such an awesome presentation, guys. You can literally use this as a travel spray or use this as a beautiful cap, which I love. In the top, you got yuzu, mandarin, and pink pepper. In the mid, you got dorayaki, black pepper, and benzoin. And in the base, you got vetiver, sandalwood, amber, and gaiac wood. And this is gonna be classified as a citrusy sweet. So let's spray this and test out these atomizers. Honestly, not the best atomizer out there, guys. It doesn't shoot out that much juice, plus it's not pressurized, which I would have hoped they would have been for that price tag, but not the biggest deal. Let's go ahead and remind myself of Gong now. So I gotta say right away, this is so unique and very calming, very soft smelling, which I love the opening of this, guys. You are gonna get hit with that bright, citrusy yuzu note. Now, if you don't know what yuzu is, it's basically a Japanese citrus, kind of similar to lemon, and it definitely has that vibe. However, the yuzu in here comes across much sweeter, almost more like candied lemon is the vibe I'm getting in the opening, guys. Now, mixed together with that Japanese yuzu, you are going to get that orange mandarin note as well, kind of combined together. So definitely a little sweet right off the top, with a sprinkle of pink pepper over top of the yuzu and mandarin, just to add a little bit of spiciness, makes it a little bit more complex. Just a hint of it though. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this opening, guys, but it's so, like I said, meditative, puts me in like this Zen mode. It's very soft spoken, very calming and just relaxing. Probably the kind of fragrance I'm gonna spray on myself whenever I meditate. And lately, guys, I've been huge into meditation. I recommend all you guys do it. It's nice to take a break and just be with yourself, especially in such a distracted world that we live in now. Now, once you make your way into the mid, is where this fragrance really sets itself apart because you're gonna get this ultra exotic, unique dorayaki note. Now, dorayaki is this kind of Japanese pancake that I believe they make in like Japan villages. It's very sweet, like a sweet pancake is the vibe this gives off, guys. Pretty warm. I believe they put some kind of paste inside the dorayaki. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I've never had it before. And the first time I'm ever hearing about this, and especially in a fragrance, guys, this has to be the first fragrance with the note of a dorayaki. So if any of you guys have ever eaten dorayaki, let me know down below, but it definitely gives off like sweet pancake vibes. Like I'm traveling to like a small village in Japan, having some dorayaki, meditating. That's how this fragrance smells, guys. It transports me to that environment and I love it. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Japanese culture. I need to visit Japan one day. And if I ever do, I'm probably gonna be taking Gong with me. And honestly, the black pepper and benzoin, I'm not really picking up, guys, because the dorayaki is so strong, so potent in the mid of this that it kind of just takes over. Unlike any kind of gourmand I've ever tried in my entire life, guys, honestly. And then in the base, you are pretty much just going to be left with this kind of earthy vetiver note. It's not too earthy, but it's definitely there. It gives it a little bit of earthiness toned down in the base, mixed together with, of course, this kind of creamy sandalwood. The sandalwood in here, guys, does not come across pickly. It does not come across sawdusty. It's a very, very pleasant, creamy sandalwood base, which I love sandalwood in this way. Just an ultra soft sandalwood to round this fragrance off, guys. Like I said, this is all in all a very kind of soft, pleasant, peaceful fragrance that's also exotic and extremely unique. If you're somebody that also loves Japanese culture like myself, you want a niche fragrance that's not going to smell like anybody around you and also put you in this kind of meditative, peaceful mode, you're gonna have to check out Gong, guys, because I promise you right now, this is not gonna smell like anything you've ever tried. For the best seasons to rock Gong, I'm primarily probably gonna wear this one in the spring, summer, and sometimes the fall time, not really the winter, because it's very soft spoken. It's not going to really push through the cold that much, despite having that kind of gourmand dorayaki and a little bit of spice. But for the spring, summer, and fall, Gong is going to shine, especially like the spring and summer. There's something bright and just kind of effervescent about it that it will make it work perfect in like the warm weather. And also I'm saying the fall time just because of the dorayaki kind of gives off colder fall vibes. For occasion, it is pretty versatile, both casual and formal. I will say, however, it probably fits the daytime rather than like night, evening times though, because of how uplifting, fresh this fragrance is. It just kind of gives me like, maybe if you're going to like coffee dates in the morning, going on lunch dates in the morning or the afternoon, that's the kind of vibe this gives. This isn't going to be like a nice kind of dinner date out in the evening or anything like that. But also if you're just going to work, you can rock this one. If you're running errands, it just is that very versatile, easygoing kind of fragrance. And for gender, this is literally right down the middle, unisex. Both a man any woman can wear Gong without any problems at all. I think this is gonna smell beautiful on everybody pretty much. And for age groups, this for some reason slightly leans a little bit more on the youthful side of things, probably because how sweet this fragrance is, how soft it is, and it absolutely gives off kind of modern vibes. I can probably picture like early 20s loving this fragrance, especially if you got some money, you want to get into niche fragrances. It just kind of gives off slight hipster, modern new vibes to me. So I will probably just say anybody like 30 and under will probably enjoy Gong the absolute best. It's not overly mature, it's not kind of outdated or anything like that. Yeah, when I smell it, it literally just smells like somebody in their 20s that's getting some money and getting on with their life. But still, of course, if you are a little bit older, you can rock this without any hesitation. Now, wrapping the review off, talking on the performance you should expect to get from a Gong. Now, when I wore this one, tested it, guys, like I said throughout this entire review, it definitely does lean on that soft side of things, and it definitely wears kind of soft as well. Because on skin, I got around 6 hours of longevity, which believe me, I was hoping for longer, at least 8 hours minimum with an eau de parfum, but you're not really going to get that. And when I first got this fragrance in, smelled it for the first time, I knew it wasn't going to perform the best, guys, because like I said, it's kind of effervescent, very soft spoken, etc. It's not like a loud fragrance that's going to scream off of the skin and last like all day long, like 12 hours. No, it's not really that. Which, hey, to be honest, it's kind of nice to have a fragrance like this because, like I said, whenever you want to meditate, you just want to be in a peaceful kind of zen mode, you spray this on and it's not going to like overwhelm your senses. And of course, with the projection, I got around like soft to moderate projection, which means some people around you will be able to smell you a little bit outside of your scent bubble. It's not going to be a beast mode. It's not going to be a room filler or nothing like that, but it's also doesn't really sit that close to the skin. You might think it will because of the way it smells, but it really does push off the skin fairly nicely for the first couple of hours. So it is kind of a letdown to only get around 6 hours of longevity from Gong because this fragrance smells incredible. You will probably want to spray your clothes to get a few hours longer, but still at that hefty like 300 plus price tag, you would have expected it to last longer. But at the end of the day, guys, not all fragrances have to be 12 hours longevity, loud projection. This one knows what it's going for, and I think it does that perfectly. So yeah, 6 hours of longevity, moderate projection. So that's gonna do it for my review of the brand new Floraïku Gong. And let me know down below if you guys have any experience from this house, if you recommend anything I should check out from them, because they do have a few fragrances in their lineup that really intrigue me. But also let me know if you guys have tried a Gong yet and what do you think. And of course, besides that, leave a like on the video, subscribe below if you haven't already, because what are you doing? I got you guys with the daily fragrance content, and I'll see all of you back here tomorrow. So take care, everybody.